So I think one thing that's a struggle for a lot of people is taking things personally. I think it's just like natural human tendency to kind of measure the things that are happening around us, measure like how it makes us feel, and internalize the things that go on around us, whether or not they have anything to do with us, and take it personally, And sometimes those things are intended personal, like whether for good or for bad. It could be a criticism or a compliment, and they want us to take it personal, but we can still choose whether or not to do so. And I think it's important that we do a self-inventory and kind of analyze our strengths and weaknesses from time to time and what we could work on. But that's different than just letting everything somebody tells us stay at face value and accept it at face value. We got to have a stronger internal sense of self-worth and stability, that we're not affected so much by the things that other people do or say. Like, we're gonna disagree, even with our loved ones or even with our closest friends and stuff. We're gonna have a lot of differences of opinion on things, and we don't need to be offended by that. That's okay if we disagree or if we think differently. And even our loved ones, and often more so, our loved ones are able to hurt us more, but we need to kind of not take it personal. Are they trying to hurt our feelings? And even if they are trying, do we still need to take it personal? The fact that they didn't call for several hours, is it because they don't love us, or they're caught up at work, or they got sidetracked, or they're having a busy day, or whatever the case may be? Just to not take everything so personally. My dad has a quote he used to say sometimes, that he who wishes to be offended will find a reason. And it's so true, because there are so many things out there that we can choose to be offended by, and many of them kind of justifiably so, if we wanted to. But why would we want to? That's a negative feeling. Why would we want to go around being offended if we could change our mindset and choose to not take it personally, and kind of have a little dialogue and think what's behind the root of that. Are they feeling insecure? Are they going through something themselves that we don't need to take it personally? Or just not making everything about us. There could be a pair of shoes that is too small and pinching and uncomfortable for one person. Maybe that person doesn't like the style either, and that same pair of shoes might be a hit with somebody else. It might be their favorite pair of shoes, and it might fit them beautifully. It might fit like the Cinderella slipper, and there's no difference in the shoe. It's the same shoe, and so there's no flaw or defect in the shoe. And we can feel that way about ourselves. We don't need to feel flawed or defective if somebody doesn't like us or accept us, or they were mad at us for something. That's their personal opinion, and we can just choose to let it kind of roll off our back. Again, accepting constructive feedback when appropriate, but not allowing the opinions of others to make or break our day and make or break our mood. We have to have that stable inner self-worth, that we're not going to be so affected by the things and people around us. Some of us can struggle with social anxiety. Let's say at a party, you're there, and again, if we're focused on ourselves, we're stuck in our head, are they judging us? Did I wear the right clothes that I should have worn here? Did I say the right thing? Did I say something stupid? What are people thinking about me right now? And this causes such anxiety. But if we, at the same party, determine I'm going to focus outside of myself, this is not about me. Who cares what I'm wearing or what people think of me? I'm going to see who I can make feel welcome here. I'm going to see, who I can find that maybe they're feeling awkward and lonely or whatever, and take an interest in them. Be concerned with others, be concerned with what's going on in their life. How can I build them up? Or, just get outside of my own head. Everything does not need to be about us. And there's a quote, they actually use the word humility, but you can substitute selflessness for it. It just says selflessness is not thinking less of yourself, it's just thinking of yourself less. And I think that's important, to just get outside of ourselves, and we'll actually find more fulfillment. The less we focus on ourselves, we will just naturally be filled with more satisfaction and life happiness. So hope y'all can use that in your own life.